when he said that, I took it as the most genuine compliment ever, because you have to be misunderstood. When you have gold, every millionaire and billionaire was always misunderstood from someone. Whether they family, friends, they were always misunderstood by certain people, by, to that degree. And guess what? They still made it big. They didn't let the misunderstanding or the haters or the doubters worry. They kept going because they saw a mission, they saw a future for themselves. And that's what I see for myself. And long term, women want a guy they can respect. Women will always respect that more than just who wants to have fun. All right, so we got a nice little video today. You see by the title, my roommate thinks I'm crazy. Why? It's simple. He doesn't understand me. He doesn't understand how I operate, how I move. Waking up at 5 a.m., this, that, and the third, putting in the effort, putting in the work. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't have people who are doubting you, who think you're crazy, who misunderstand you, or who hate on you, or anything negative like that, your goals aren't big enough. They're just not. And that's a simple fact of life. But the reason I know this is because yesterday, I forgot my schedule. I have a printed out schedule, and I went in there. I was like, dang, I forgot my schedule. I was in the library, so I went back to my dorm. And I guess, I don't know if he thought someone was leaving or whatnot, or he just didn't hear the door at all. So I had my AirPods in, but I cut the music off. And then I go getting ready to go on my dorm. I get ready to put my key in the hole. And the key, when you turn it, the lock sound is so loud. So I just heard my name. So I was like, hold on. Let me peep this, whatever this conversation's about. And then all I hear is, yo, he was talking to, I guess, one of his friends in his dorm at that time in the morning. And he was just like, yo, lately, like, Blake's been giving me weird vibes. And then his friend's like, well, your roommate? Like, yeah, his roommate. And he was like, he's just been, he hasn't, first week of school, we was cool and whatever. But, now it's like he barely says 2 words. Or, anytime I do see him, if I come from somewhere, he's all, he might be in the vanity, right? When like the sink when you enter. And, he just doesn't say nothing. So it's like, he's like, well, what do you think he is? Or what do you think his character is now? He's like, bro, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. He just looks like he might do me something, one day. He's like, sometimes I'd be scared and I'd lock my door at night. And I'm hearing this and I'm looking like, he gotta be over his head. I'm like, ain't no way. But then, I couldn't even take it personally. I'm not even gonna take it personally. You know why? Because why should I? I took it as a compliment. You have to be misunderstood. I guess if it's your roommate, you don't see him on campus a lot. Well, he said that I have a few times, but anytime, if we ever saw each other on campus a few times, he never said nothing. And he's like, I see him walking with some girls sometimes, mind you, those are the home girl. All right, that's a home girl, and he's like, yo, this is the difference. He's like, yo, but they be bad though. They be some fine, ones. They be some fine girls. But it's like, sometimes I hear him on the phone talking, to, I guess, said girl, but, maybe they just, he hasn't brought any to the dorm, so maybe he's just, their, what you call it, talking buddy or whatever. So obviously, he probably takes me as a suck up, which I'm not. Like, from an outside looking in, it's a lose-lose situation both ways as a guy, because if you're a guy and you're out here just getting with buku women or trying to smash as many as possible, guess what? To your homies, you're the man, you're that guy, you're him. To women, you're a HOE, WHORE, I'm not gonna say it, but you get what I'm saying. But if you're a guy like me who's only focused on his mission, his purpose, his drive, to be the best version of himself, to other guys and certain women and certain guys, they're gonna think, oh, he's lame, he's boring, or he must not get no play. It's a lose-lose situation either way. So you gotta pick the path you wanna go down, as long as you know it's gonna work in your favor. How you gonna leverage it? Me doing me, focusing on me is gonna work in my favor. It's gonna leverage that. You know what I mean? And I talked to my homegirl yesterday and I told her about the situation, and she said, that's not weird. She's like, every time you around campus, if they see a guy and a girl walking together, they think they go together. Most of the time, they don't, actually. They are actually the homeboy in those situations too, believe it or not. So it's just, or maybe he's just waiting for the right moment. I don't know. None of my business. But I'm not worried about that right now. That's always going to be there. Women are always going to be there. And let's be honest, when you get older, when you get into your adult years, women are not going to care much about your looks. Looks still play a factor, but when you're young, you're going to want the guys who are going to have fun, who's going to party, who's going to turn up and be attractive. When you get older, life gets harder, you have more responsibilities. All you're gonna want is to settle for a guy who at least has some sort of financial stability and is somewhat decently attractive. Most women will lower their standards when they're older just because a guy has financial stability. That's how you know as a guy you have leverage. When you have the look, when you have the attraction, when you have the physique, and when you have the money, when you have those three things, any and every woman, no matter their standards, will always come your way. Why? Because you are the best version of yourself. You are their best option. Women are naturally supposed to go for their best option, their best benefit. So why not be that guy? I already know in the next few years, I'm gonna be getting all the attention I want, but I'm also gonna be leveraging it and pushing away all the negative attention because I can diversify who's really in it for what. You know, the different reasons, like why do you wanna get with me, huh? And then mind you, I don't have a lot of facial hair, so some people think like I'm younger than I actually am because of a said baby face. You know, I've heard, it could be that whole issue, that whole reason. Oh, he has a baby facer. He's not tall enough. Mind you, I'm 5'10". Most women I know or went to high school with are 5'5" and shorter. I'm like 5+ inches taller than you. Sometimes I have to look down at you. I know you're not calling me short. Really? Y'all be 5'5" and under wanting guys who are 6 foot. I'm 2 inches from 6 foot. So what are you talking about? Like, what? Like, I almost have to look down at you. Like, calm down. But you see what I'm saying? And in the long term, women want a guy who's always has a purpose, always has a mission. No woman wants a guy who's just complacent or just lazy, or fits the bum category. So when he said that, I took it as the most genuine compliment ever because you have to be misunderstood. When you have gold, every millionaire and billionaire was always misunderstood from someone. Whether they family, friends, they were always misunderstood by certain people, to that degree. And guess what? They still made it big. They didn't let the misunderstanding or the haters or the doubters worry. They kept going because they saw a mission. They saw a future for themselves. And that's what I see for myself. And long term, women want a guy they can respect. Women will always respect that more than just who wants to have fun. And some women are not stupid. They know exactly what they're doing. They're doing it just for fun. They're doing it just for quick night stands. But they know long term is like, I don't want him now. He's boring. But I know he has a good future ahead of him. So they're going to try and spin the block back on you when you up. All right? There's always certain women who are like that. I just don't care to engage and to interact with that and to be a part of that. And then it's crazy how my roommate calling me crazy. Man, last night I heard him making a lot of noise about something. I don't know if he was surprised, happy, angry. I don't even know what the noise was about, but it was about something ridiculous. And I hear it through my dorm room, and I'm looking like, but I'm crazy, huh? Like, I'm crazy because I don't say nothing. And the thing is, if you see me on campus and you don't know me, like, you might think I'm crazy. You could use that analogy, but any guy that I talk to on campus, even yesterday, they know I'm not crazy. They know my mission. They know my mindset. Even last semester, one of the guys I know, he literally says, yo, Blake, I dap him up. He's like, yo, Blake, every time I see you, always focused. You always locked in. He is the first and only guy that one of the very few guys on campus that has ever said that. Because he understands, he knows how I move. I have that look in my eye of just determination to attack the day, attack my goals. That's just how it is. As men, we're supposed to be level focused. Too many men are distracted by women. Like my roommate, and I'm not knocking him for it. It is what it is. You do you at the end of the day, but I'ma do me. Just because I don't fit in with what you do does not make me that crazy. I'm not a crash out dummy. It's just, I don't let people know exactly what I'm doing. My aura, my facial expression, my mannerisms could come off as, unpredictable, which is so good. But if you're really that threatened, you won't even be around me. You would stay as far away as you can from me if you're really that threatened. But that's how you know you're on the path to success. That's how you know you're on the path to being the best version of yourself. When people don't understand you, when people feel uncomfortable around you, not because you did something to them. No, it's because they can't read you. They can't read you like a book. They can't read you to the point where they could go tell their other friends and peers about your business. That's how you know you're on the path to greatness. That's all it takes. All it takes. Anytime I'm on campus, it's all serious business. That's it. Literally, college is a business. School is a business. Everything in life is a business. Relationships are a business. That crow is currently in my business, yapping in my business. But any way, shape, or form, life is a business transaction. It is. All of this stuff that I'm missing out on is always gonna be there. And when I get the leverage, the freedom, and the money that I want, I can always get that back in bigger and better forms. But that's the end of this video. I really hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope y'all took this with a lot of, with more than just a grain of salt. I really hope you learned something from this video, because that's how you know you're on the path. This is just my personal experience, and I'm a freshman. So imagine sophomore, junior, senior. It's just gonna be knocking down doors. It's just gonna be opening new doors, knocking them down, just handling business. That's all it's gonna be. You have to want it. If you really want it bad enough, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna get it. You're gonna grind for it. Because that's what it takes to be the best. You have to be judged. You have to be looked at differently in the best way possible, though. You have to make people uncomfortable, because most people are comfortable where they're at. When you're uncomfortable being uncomfortable, man, you beat the levels amongst everybody. All right, video had originally cut off, but like I said, end of this video, comment, like, subscribe, comment down any other future videos you may want to see, recommend it, anything of your interest. Hope you took a lot of knowledge from this video. If you enjoyed it, save it. Rewatch it again if you need to, just as a fresh reminder that you are not alone, or sometimes that you might be, but you got to be comfortable with that. If you know someone who's in a similar situation, or afraid to be judged at, show them this video, and I guarantee you they'll at least look at it from a different perspective. And until next time, I'm going to see you on the next one.